So flexibility method and stiffness method, these two methods are called as the matrix method. And the flexibility and stiffness, both these concepts are exactly opposite to each other. Okay. So we have discussed about the flexibility method. Now tell me, what is flexibility? What is basic definition of flexibility? Anyone? What is flexibility? Flexibility, it is the displacement due to the unit force. Okay. So in flexibility, what we have to find out? We have to find out the displacement. Okay. So we can say theta. We have to find out the theta where the force is 1. Displacement due to the unit force. Displacement due to the unit force. That is the flexibility. And the stiffness will be exactly opposite to this concept. Now, if flexibility is displacement due to the unit force, means we have to find out theta. Okay, we have to find out this theta when force is unity or force is 1. Now tell me, what is the stiffness? If it is the opposite concept, what is the stiffness then? Stiffness castle.
Find out the force for the unit displacement.
Very good, correct. So in stiffness we have to find out the force when displacement or theta is 1, or we can say force or moment required for unit displacement. Means in case of stiffness we have to find out the force, and in case of flexibility we have to find out the displacement. Okay, so these are the opposite concept, or we can say these are inverse to each other. Now in this unit number 4, again we have to study two chapters. In first chapter we have to study the fundamentals of the stiffness method and the formulation of stiffness matrix. This is a very IMP part, very important part. And in first chapter we are going to apply this method for the beams. Now in this method, after studying the basic fundamentals, so we have to apply this method for the beams, and the second chapter we have to apply this method for the frames. Okay, means the application of this method, it is limited to beams and frame only. Beams and frame only. And again the unknowns are not more than 3, means the unknown values what you have to find out using this method, it is less than or equal to 3. Maximum unknowns will be 3, so that 3 questions, 3 unknown you can solve on your calci easily. That's why. So fundamental concept, then formulation of stiffness matrix and application to the beams. So in today's session, we will discuss about the fundamental concept. What is the difference between, or how to correlate flexibility matrix and stiffness matrix? Because the correlation between stiffness and flexibility, so there are very large number of questions asked in various competitive examinations. So also we will have a look on that question also. Then we will discuss about the formulation, how to formulate the stiffness matrix. That also we will discuss. And lastly, we will see steps to follow, how to solve the numerical based on the stiffness method for the application to the beam. So that steps also we will discuss in today's session. So this is the chapter number 1, that is application to the beams, involving the basic fundamentals. And if you see the second chapter, so in second chapter we have to apply this method called as the stiffness method to the rigid jointed rectangular portal frame. Okay, means single bay single story frame. It may be like this: single bay single story frame. It may be T-shaped frame, it may be L-shaped frame, or it may be unsymmetrical frame like this. Column heights are different. So out of that 4, any one will be there in your examination. Of course, for MCQ type questions will be there. Okay. So these 4 types of frame we have to study. The funda remains the same. The some concept sway and non-sway that we have to discuss. Means in second chapter, we have to deal with analysis of frame using the stiffness method. And this stiffness method, it is also called as the displacement method. It is also called as the displacement method. Whereas flexibility method, it is called as the force method, isn't it? It is the force method. Whereas this stiffness method, it is called as the displacement method. displacement method. So this point also we have to remember. Flexibility, force method, stiffness, displacement method. Now tell me why that flexibility method? Flexibility method, it is called as the force method. Why? What is the reason? Force method. Why? फ्लेक्झिबिलिटीला आपण फोर्स मेथड का म्हणत होतो? व्हॉट इज द रिझन? What is the reason? Anyone? Jayant, why flexibility is the force method? And the hint is step number 2 of steps to follow. Why? Because we are initially finding out the DSI. In flexibility method, we are getting the value of DSI. And what is the DSI? DSI is nothing but the unknown forces. Total number of unknown forces, it is nothing but the DSI value. So that's why using the flexibility method, we are finding out the unknown redundant reactions. समजते का बघा? Using the flexibility method, we are finding out the unknown redundant reaction as we are getting the value of DSI. So DSI is nothing but the total number of unknown forces. Total number of unknown forces. So based on that DSI, we have selected the redundant reactions Q. So that's why flexibility, it is the force method. Now, if stiffness is opposite to this, if the stiffness method, it is opposite to flexibility, then now tell me what should be the first step in stiffness method? In flexibility method, we have calculated the DSI. Okay, degree of redundancy we can say. Now in stiffness method, which parameter or which value we have to find out? If stiffness method is the displacement method, मग अगोदर काय फाइंड आउट करावं लागेल आपल्याला त्या मेथड मध्ये?
Kinetic indeterminacy.
Very good. DKI, degree of kinematic indeterminacy. It is also called as the degree of freedom. It is also called as the degree of freedom. Means we can conclude that flexibility method, it depends on the DSI, whereas this stiffness method, it depends on the degree of freedom, or we can say DKI. Okay. So, and what is DKI? What is degree of freedom basically? So degree of freedom is total joint displacement. So degree of freedom, it represents the displacement. So that's why this stiffness method, it is called as the so that's why stiffness method, it is called as the displacement method. Clear? And the flexibility method, it is called as the force method. Now next we will start with the from the basic concept now. Now you know what is flexibility, that already we have discussed. So flexibility, it is the displacement caused by the unit force or the unit movement. Okay, if the force is 1 or the movement is 1, get the value of displacement, that is the flexibility. And the opposite to this, that is the stiffness, and the stiffness will be force or movement required for the unit displacement. Means in stiffness, the displacement, or we can say deformation, displacement, this theta is, we can say displacement. In some book it is given as a deformation, and we have to find out the force or the moment. Okay, we have to find out the value of force or the moment, that is the stiffness. Okay, these two are very closely related to each other, and these two concepts are inverse to each other. Means we can conclude that the flexibility matrix is equal to 1 by stiffness matrix. So these are the inverse to each other. So in some examination, they will give the flexibility matrix and we have to find out the stiffness matrix, or they will give the stiffness matrix and we have to find out the flexibility matrix. In that case, we have to just find out the inverse of that matrix. That is the concept that we will discuss afterwards. Now in stiffness method, the first chapter we will discuss for the application to the beams, but before application to the beams, we will discuss some basic concept. So what are the basic concept involved, that we will discuss. Now first point we can say, so this stiffness method, it is the inversion of slope deflection method. Okay, this stiffness method or stiffness matrix method, it is the inversion of slope deflection method. How that we will discuss. Okay. Why it is inversion? Because in slope deflection equation, what value you are getting? So that will be m bar ab. If you see the slope deflection equation, m bar ab plus twice of ei by l. Okay, twice of ei by l in bracket twice of theta a plus theta b. I will neglect the sinking, minus 3 delta by l. Okay, so this theta a, theta b, these are the unknown displacement. Theta a, theta b, these are the unknown displacement, and these unknown displacement, we are getting the value of this unknown displacement using this stiffness method. Okay, समजते का बघा. So ultimately what is our aim? We have to find out MAB, means we have to find out the final end moment. Here also in stiffness method also our aim is to get MAB, MBA, all the member forces, all the member movements. Okay, or the end movement, we can say final end movement, as that of the slope deflection method. Unit number 1 आठवा था, slope deflection method, MAB, MBA, MBC, MCB. So all that final end movement we have to find out using this slope deflection equation. Now what is change here? So in case of slope deflection method, in case of slope deflection method, the value of this displacement theta a, theta b. So how we are getting the value of theta a, theta b in unit number 1? Tell me how we have calculated these values. How we have calculated these values, theta a, theta b? Anyone? Unit number 1. थीटा ए थीटा बी कसं फाइंड आउट केलं होतं आपण? कोणती कंडिशन अप्लाय केली होती त्यासाठी आपण? आठवते कोणाला? गणेश, हर्षल? थीटा ए थीटा बी slope.
Apply equilibrium condition.
Correct. Apply the equilibrium condition. Very good. Means at a joint B, if it is having two members are connected, so we have considered MBA, बरोबर है, MBA plus MBC equal to 0. So after applying the joint equilibrium condition, you have got the value of that unknown displacement theta a and theta b. But here in this stiffness method, we have to apply this stiffness equation as that of the flexibility equation. So again in this stiffness method, we will have one equation that is called as the stiffness equation. Means using this stiffness concept, using the stiffness concept, we have to find out the unknown displacement theta a, theta b. समजते का बघा? Rest will be same. Means to get the final moment, we have to use the slope deflection equation, but to get the unknown displacement theta or delta in case of sinking, we have to use the stiffness concept. So that's why we can say stiffness method, it is the matrix inversion of slope deflection method. Why? Because to get the final end moment or to calculate the final end moment, we are using the slope deflection equation. Here also in this method also, we have to use the slope deflection equation, but the value of displacement we have to find out using the stiffness concept. म्हणजे काय इन शॉर्ट, इथं आपल्याला फायनल मुवमेंट फाइंड आउट करण्यासाठी स्लोप डिफ्लेक्शन इक्वेशनच यूज करायची आहेत. एम ए बी इज इक्वल टू एम बार ए बी प्लस ट्वाइस ऑफ ई आय बाय एल इन ब्रॅकेट ट्वाइस ऑफ थीटा ए प्लस थीटा बी एंड सो ऑन. ओके, but the value of theta or delta we have to find out using this stiffness concept. एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. स्लोप डिफ्लेक्शन इक्वेशन यूज करायचे आहेत आणि थीटा आणि डेल्टाची व्हॅल्यू स्टिफनेस मेथडनी फाइंड आउट करायची आहे. डोंट यूज दी जॉइंट इक्विलिब्रियम कंडिशन एम बी ए प्लस एम बी सी इक्वल टू 0, ते यूज करायचं नाही. सो दॅट्स वाय इट इज द इन्वर्जन ऑफ स्लोप डिफ्लेक्शन मेथड. Second point here, joint displacement are the primary unknowns. Now what is the joint displacement? So we can say these are the degree of freedom, degree of kinematic indeterminacy. These are the primary unknowns. Now tell me, so what are the primary unknowns in flexibility method? Flexibility method मध्ये primary unknowns काय होते? If it is the displacement for the stiffness method, then in flexibility method dash dash are the primary unknowns. Yes.
Reactions.
Reactions. Very good. Redundant reactions are the primary unknowns. Very nice. Star करून लिहून ठेवा. In stiffness method, joint displacement are the primary unknowns, whereas in flexibility method, redundant reactions आर दी प्रायमरी अननोन्स. ओके, कारण हे पॉइंट खूप महत्वाचे आहेत. कोणती एक्झाम बघा, स्टिफनेस मेथड मॅट्रिक्स मेथडवरती एमसीक्यूज आहेत. पुढे आपण बघू पण यात कसे कसे एमसीक्यू विचारलेले आहेत 2-2 मार्कासाठी. ठीक आहे. सो हियर इन स्टिफनेस मेथड वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट द डिस्प्लेसमेंट, दॅट इज थीटा और डेल्टा. Third point, the number of unknowns is equal to dki. So same funda as that of the flexibility method. In case of flexibility method, the number of unknowns is equal to dsi. Here, the number of unknowns for the analysis of the given numerical, it is equal to degree of freedom, or it is also called as the dki, degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Meaning is one and the same. Okay. And stiffness equation as that of the flexibility method, here also we have to use the stiffness equation. This equation we can say compatibility equation of the stiffness method, or you can say equation due to the superposition. So again, in this stiffness method also, the equation will have 4 terms. So in flexibility we are having dq is equal to dql plus f into q. So here we will have AD is equal to ADL plus S into D. सोपं आहे बघा, सेमच आहे. इथं काय होतं, DQ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी मेथड, DQ is equal to DQL. Okay, DQ is equal to DQL plus F into Q plus F into Q. And in stiffness method we are having AD is equal to ADL plus S into D. Now I will ask small question. Now tell me the order of this stiffness matrix. It depends on the order of this stiffness matrix. It depends on which parameter?
DKI.
Very good, dki, or we can say degree of freedom. Very good. And this stiffness matrix also, it is a square matrix of order n by n, where n is dki, where n is the dki, whereas AD matrix and ADL matrix, these are the column matrix of order n by 1, where n is dki, and this D will be unknown displacement matrix, where Q was the redundant matrix, where D will be unknown displacement matrix. It may be theta A, theta B, or delta. It depends on the numerical. These are the unknown displacement that we have to find out. Okay. So these are the some basic concept. Now, very IMP concept. Last concept, basic concept, that is very much important. Now, stiffness method is inverse of the flexibility method. Okay. Or we can say stiffness matrix is inverse to the flexibility matrix. Stiffness matrix is the inverse to the flexibility matrix. Now, in examination, what they will give? They will give for a beam, so and so is the stiffness matrix. They will give the stiffness matrix 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 and find out the flexibility matrix. They will ask find out the flexibility matrix, means we have to find out the inverse. Now, what is the shortcut method to get the inverse, that we will discuss. Suppose if A is the matrix, if this is A is the matrix and some constant is multiplied with that matrix, capital C is the constant, we can say 10, 15 काहीतरी numerical value आहे, ठीक आहे. So C is the number or any constant and the matrix is given 2 by 2 square matrix दिलेला आहे, A B C D. Okay, A B C D matrix is there and it is multiplied with some number, constant number. Okay, now if we have to find out the inverse of this matrix, now can anyone tell me, if you are having good knowledge of the matrices, what is inverse? What is inverse? Inverse of a matrix is equal to, what is the formula? I will tell the shortcut also, don't worry. माहित असेल तर सांगा. What is inverse basically? Deepak, Vishwajit, what is inverse?
raised to -1.
रेस टू -1. येस, दॅट इज द डेनोशन ना. हा, ए इनवर्स म्हणजे ए रेस टू -1. बरोबर आहे. पण त्याचा फॉर्म्युला काय? सपोज दिस इज ए मॅट्रिक्स. ओके, याचा इनवर्स जर फाइंड आउट करायचा असेल तर व्हॉट इज द फॉर्म्युला? ए इनवर्स इज इक्वल टू, स्टँडर्ड फॉर्म्युला इज 1 by determinant of A, 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. This is the standard formula. This is the standard formula. What is standard formula? 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of matrix A. Adjoint of matrix A. This is the standard formula. But हा जर फॉर्म्युला तुम्हाला लक्षात राहत नसेल तर काय करायचं? आता लक्षात द्या. So this is the matrix given, 2 by 2 matrix given, and it is multiplied with some constant capital C. And if we want the inverse of this matrix, so how to get the inverse of this matrix? So see here. So what we have to do? So initially the multiplied number or multiplied constant, we have to consider 1 by c, 1 divided by c. त्याला काय करायचं? c नी मल्टिप्लाय असेल तर 1 by c घ्यायचं आहे त्याचा इनवर्स मॅट्रिक्स लिहिताना. 1 by c. ओके, सपोज हे 10 असेल, सो इनवर्स मॅट्रिक्स विल बी 1 by 10 इंटू. ठीक आहे, हे जर 10 असेल तर इनवर्स मॅट्रिक्स स्टार्टिंग कसं होणार? 1 by 10 इंटू, पुढे काय करायचं आहे? डिटर्मिनंट ऑफ दिस मॅट्रिक्स. ओके, 1 by c into determinant of the matrix. What is determinant? Yes, what is determinant? Cross multiplication. Here it will be AD minus BC. This is the determinant. A into D minus B into C, or C into B. Okay, this is the determinant. For 2 by 2, determinant will be cross multiplication of diagonal member minus non-diagonal member. So AD minus BC, it will be the determinant. Okay, हा determinant काय असेल? For this it will be AD minus BC. एक्झाम मध्ये ह्या व्हॅल्यू असतील 1 2 3 4 लाईक दॅट. ओके, समजलं? जे मल्टिप्लाय आहे त्याला 1 by c करायचं इंटू डिटर्मिनंट. देन नेक्स्ट विल बी मॅट्रिक्स. सो सी द डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स. हे आहेत डायगोनल एलिमेंट. ते काय आहेत? एडी आहेत, ए अँड डी. त्याला काय लिहायचं आपल्याला? डी अँड ए. समजतंय का? बघा, नाव असेल एकाचं काहीतरी, सपोज अक्षय डांगे असेल, अक्षय डांगे. सो विल अज्युम अक्षय डांगे. त्याला आपण कसं लिहितो? डांगे अक्षय पण लिहितो लिहिताना, बरोबर आहे. सरनेम अगोदर पण घेतो ना. अक्षय डांगे असेल तर डांगे अक्षय पण लिहितो आपण. सो दॅट्स वाय ए डी रिप्लेसेस टू डी ए. अक्षय डांगेला आपण काय केलं? डांगे अक्षय केलं. सेमच आहे. सरनेम अगोदर लिहा किंवा नाव अगोदर लिहा. अक्षय डांगे, डांगे अक्षय. ए डी replaces to DA for the diagonal element, and for non-diagonal element just apply the minus sign. So अगोदर काय आहेत? B and C आहेत. So apply minus sign, minus B and minus C. Okay, so non-diagonal elements are negative. Okay, non-diagonal elements are negative. So this is the shortcut formula for the inverse. So anything in the multiplication, it will go 1 by c into determinant of A, and the matrix will be अक्षय डांगेचं तुम्हाला डांगे अक्षय करायचं आहे, and non-diagonal element will be negative. So this is very IMP concept. So in various examination they have asked कोणती exam घ्या तुमची. Okay, so that's why this is IMP concept. Clear? Now based on the same concept we will see. So what are the MCQs are asked in various competitive examination. हे समजलं का? बघा, सांगा. Anything multiply with the matrix दिलं असेल तर, दिलं नसेल तर काय येणार? फक्त 1 by determinant आणि हे त्याचा adjoint. मल्टिप्लाय काहीतरी दिलं असेल, इफ c इज इक्वल टू 10, मग मॅट्रिक्स काय होणार? 1 by 10. ओके, 1 by 10. नाउ टेल मी, इफ c इज इक्वल टू 1 by 3 जर दिलं असेल, 1 by 3 दिलं असेल, तर इथं काय येणार सांगा? इनवर्स स्टार्टिंगला 1 by 3 असेल तर काय होणार? ते 1 divided by 1 by 3. 1 divided by 1 by 3 because c is 1 by 3 na, and what our answer is 1 divided by c. What is c? 1 by 3. So it will become 3. It will become 3. 1 divided by 1 by 3, it will become 3. So this is the concept. अक्षय डांगेला लिहिलं आपण डांगे अक्षय, आणि नॉन डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स आर निगेटिव्ह. Okay, non-diagonal elements are negative. Akshay Dange, Dange Akshay. 1 by C into determinant of A. And this is the adjoint. Clear? Now we will see the sum of the MCQs. Now based on the same concept. So this is the MCQ asked in MPSC. हे बघा सर्च करा गुगल वरती, वेबसाईट वरती जा. एक्झाम मध्ये विचारलं का नाही तुम्हाला कळेल. MPSC 2019 फॉर 2 मार्क्स, 2 मार्काला विचारलेला आहे. आणि तुम्हाला हा जर फंडा क्लिअर झाला तर तुम्हाला 5 सेकंद लागणार फक्त. किती? 5 सेकंड्स टू आन्सर इट. ट्राय करा.
फोर्थ.
फोर्थ फोर्थ बरोबर आहे. आणखीन मला वाटतं फोर्थ. बघा विदिन 3 सेकंद आन्सर आलेला आहे. फोर्थ बरोबर आहे. फोर्थ ऑप्शन 4. ऑप्शन 4 इज करेक्ट. सो दिस इज द स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिक्स. यस करेक्ट. स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिक्स दिलेला आहे अँड कॅल्क्युलेट द फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी मॅट्रिक्स. मग आपल्याला माहित पाहिजे, ट्यूबलाइट पेटली पाहिजे आपली. फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी आणि स्टिफनेस आहेत इनवर्स टू इच अदर. म्हणजे आपल्याला जो मॅट्रिक्स दिलाय त्याचा आपल्याला इनवर्स फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. मग हा जो मॅट्रिक्स आहे त्याचा इनवर्स फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. मग काय असेल, आपल्याला फॉर्म्युला माहित आहे. सी मल्टिप्लाय असेल तर त्याला 1 बाय सी करायचं आहे. पण इथं काय मल्टिप्लिकेशन, इट इज मल्टिप्लाय विथ के. नाउ कन्सिडर 1 बाय के. 1 by k into determinant of matrix. What is determinant? Cross multiplication. AD minus BC. This is AD. So 12 into 5, 60. 60 minus 16. That will be 44. Okay. 60 minus 16. हे 60 कुठून आलं? 12 into 5 minus 4 into 4. That will be 44. Okay. That will be 44. सो के इंटू 44. आता बघा सगळ्या ह्याच्यामध्ये 1 बाय के 44 कुठे आहे? म्हणजे हे 2 तर तुमचे क्रॉस झाले, 2 ऑप्शन गेले. राहिले किती? 2 ऑप्शन राहिले. बरोबर आहे. नेक्स्ट काय? अक्षय डांगेला आपल्याला डांगे अक्षय करायचं आहे. ओके. अक्षय डांगे, डांगे अक्षय. सो एडी वी हॅव टू रिप्लेस विथ डीए. मग कुठं आहे बघा? 5 इथं पाहिजे. 5 आणि 12. 5 आणि 12 कुठं आहे? 4th ऑप्शन. दॅट्स इट. And in between elements BC element will be negative, negative, negative. Option 4. So it hardly requires 5 seconds, but this concept you should know. This concept you should know. 1 by C. Okay. मग आणखीन याला जर कन्फ्युजन करायचं असेल तर काय देणार ते? इन्स्टेड ऑफ के दे विल गिव्ह 1 by 6. So 1 divided by 1 by 6, it will become 6 divided by 44 like that. Okay. That we will discuss. The correct answer is 4. आणि हे सगळे एमसीक्यू तुमच्या युनिट टेस्ट मध्ये येणार आहेत, लक्षात ठेवा. हा सांगा. इफ स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिक्स ऑफ बीम इज गिवन सो अँड सो, फाइंड द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी मॅट्रिक्स. अँड टाइम इज 10 सेकंड. And the hint is
2.
2. Okay. First option is 2. आणखीन this is C. This is C. एक आन्सर आलं 2. हा स्वप्ने सांगा.
1.
1.
First.
First. Okay. Mahesh.
First.
First. आणखीन
3.
3. ओके. चला लास्ट 3 सेकंद आहेत. सांगा आणखीन कोण?
Second.
सेकंड. ओके. सेकंड.
First.
फर्स्ट. ओके. फर्स्ट. टाइम अप. किती आले? 2 आन्सर सेकंड ऑप्शन, 1 आन्सर थर्ड ऑप्शन आणि 5 आन्सर आले फर्स्ट ऑप्शन. आन्सर करेक्ट असेल तर +2 मार्क आणि रॉंग असेल तर -0.25 मार्क्स. 1/4 नेगेटिव्ह मार्किंग. So for a given matrix, this total term is C. C into this matrix. Okay. So what is inverse? 1 by C. 1 by C. What is C here? 2 EI by L. बरोबर आहे. So 1 by 2 EI by L. 1 by 2 EI divided by L. So if you rearrange, what we get? L by 2 EI. Okay. हे झालं 1 by C. हे झालं 1 by C into determinant of A. What is determinant? AD minus BC. So 2 into 2 minus in bracket -1 into -1 काय झालं रे 4 -1 that will be 3. Clear? So 2 EI into 3. Okay, so what we get L by 6 EI बरोबर आहे. L by 6 EI. आता बघा L by 6 EI कोणतं ऑप्शन आहे, एक तर पहिला असेल किंवा चौथा असेल, दुसरा आणि तिसरं तर राहणार नाही. बरोबर आहे. L by 6 EI. आता पुढे काय आहे, डायगोनल एलिमेंट सेमच आहे, त्यामुळे ते सेमच राहतील. चेंज केलं तरी AD replaces to DA, it will be same because these are the same. And non-diagonal will have the minus sign. Already they are minus. Minus of minus, it will be plus. Plus minus minus, it will become plus. So option 1 is the correct answer. Option 1 is the correct answer. Okay. So majority was the option 1. That is correct. 1 by C. हे टोटल C कन्सिडर करायचं आहे. गडबड कुठं करतो आपण, इथं करतो. हे टोटल C आहे. फॉर्म्युला काय आहे आपला, 1 by C इंटू डिटर्मिनंट ऑफ A. परत एकदा सांगतो. मग C काय आहे, 1 by 2 EI by L. 2 EI डिवायडेड बाय L. सो 1 by 2 EI by L म्हणजे ते काय होणार, L by 2 EI. बरोबर आहे. L by 2 EI इंटू डिटर्मिनंट. डिटर्मिनंट काय होणार, 2 into 2 4 minus this -1 into -1 plus 1. So 4 minus 1, it will be 3. 3 into 2, it will be L by 6 EI. This will be same. This will become opposite sign, means plus. Option 1. This is option 1. Okay. So again, this was the MPSC 2017. In next session, we will see GATE examples also. Okay. Or IS examples, UPSC examples also. Clear? Now next. So this is the basic concept that you should know. Yes, now the basic fundamental concept without which we can't proceed for the stiffness method, and the concept is degree of freedom. आपण तर त्यामध्ये एक्सपर्ट आहे. What is degree of freedom? Degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So it is nothing but the total joint displacement of a structure. Now we will discuss some examples and you tell me what is the degree of freedom. This is 1, this is 2, 3 examples I will give initially. This is hinge arm, this is roller. Okay, we will discuss initially these two. Now tell me, for first example, what is degree of freedom? This is fixed one, no? This is fixed, this is roller. Yes. What is DKI for first beam? 2. Okay. What are those? दोन आहे, पण कोणकोणते आहेत, नेम इट. बरोबर आहे, पण कोणकोणते आहेत, डिस्प्लेसमेंट. हा, हॉरिझॉन्टल डिस्प्लेसमेंट आणि movement or rotation. Very good. So first was horizontal translation or horizontal displacement and second was the rotation. But in case of beam, always we have to neglect the axial deformation, because in beam no as such lateral load is acting. Lateral load act hot nahi. So that's why neglecting the axial deformation, the degree of freedom is 1, and that will be rotation at B. Rotation at B. Theoretically too it is correct answer, but practically as no axial loading we are considering on a beam, so that's why, that is the reason we have to consider the degree of freedom. Here it will be suppose theta 2. This is the second point, theta 2. This is the rotation is possible. Correct. Now second option or the second question, what is DKI for second? Simply supported beam. This is hinge arm, hinge and roller. किती असेल? Yes. For simply supported beam, what is the degree of freedom? असा एक क्वेश्चन तुमच्या युनिट टेस्ट मध्ये असू शकतो. हा योगेश किती आहे? 1 2 3 4. हा ऋतुजा काय असेल आन्सर? Yes. What is the degree of freedom for simply supported beam?
Horizontal.
Yes.
Three.
3. Okay. Neglect the horizontal displacement. In case of beam, always we have to neglect the axial deformation. आता सांगा किती असेल मग?
2.
2. 2 is the correct answer. 2 is the correct answer. That will be rotation at first point. Okay. Again, rotation at second point. Theta 1, theta 2. Correct. So these are the examples that we go through while solving the stiffness method. So again, there are certain examples that we will discuss in the next session. But before the next session, just revise the degree of freedom concept. Okay, revise the degree of freedom concept. Then we will have some 4 to 5 examples to discuss the degree of freedom. Then we will see the actual how to formulate the stiffness matrix. That is very, very IMP part of this method. Okay, so we will again come back at a second session with the same link. Okay, thank you.